Alright, so today's video we're watching a Plat 3 support on PC on Circuit Royale. So they say I somehow managed to earn a staggering 30,000 healing in this game. This is by far the most healing I've gotten in a single game of Overwatch. Despite this, I still feel like I made mistakes and could have played a lot better at times. At the end of the game, things were going really well for my team until my Reinhardt decided to overextend in the last 20 seconds. I wasn't sure what I could do to save him or if I should try. So my main question is, what can I do better in that situation? Well, I guess we'll find out. Here we go. I gotta say, for being a 20-minute game, 30,000 healing is actually a lot. Like, to have 30,000 healing in a 20-minute game, that's a lot of healing. I'm gonna be honest with you. I wonder, like, oh, yeah, your Reinhardt overextended. I wonder, like, what led to 30,000 healing. I guess because are you running the Zenyatta comp, so, like, you're not able to heal as much, and, like, you just can't not heal. Waiting on the Kitsune. Good Kitsune. I mean, so far, you're pretty much just doing what you can do. Like, your Reinhardt's taking maximum amount of damage, and you're just healing your team. Hey, normally, like, you mentioned, like, oh, go do more damage, etc., but, like, it's not even possible, it feels like. There's just games where, like, your tank is like, hey, I'm gonna maximize how much damage I take, and then this is what happens. You just, like, you just have to sit there and hope for the best. And that's what it feels like is happening right now. There we go. Nice cleanse. I think you're Reinhardt. Yeah, you're Reinhardt. I'm gonna be honest with you. Your Reinhardt plays aggressive. Like, normally I'll be like, oh yeah, you do this, you do that, but like, you actually have to be stuck in heal mode. Your Reinhardt just charges in. Like, I don't think your Reinhardt got the memo that if you're gonna charge in though, you wanna also like do it at an angle that helps your team. Your Reinhardt's like, you know what? Is my charge up? It is? All right, let me find someone. We're going in. Like, their Reinhardt will not just, Reinhardt, wait a second. Stop taking damage. Big slam! That is actually a huge slam. Holy crap. That's like a point win in Shatter.
Now go get him.
Wow. Nice play. Good Kitsune, too. That was a kind of an unlucky Kitsune timing on you, but like you felt like you had to. Oh, also, don't be afraid to swift step here. Swift step this. So, I want to give you an idea because I feel like players are too, like, some players don't actually use their swift step as much. I would have been, like, okay with that if you use your swift step right there. I mean, good charge by your Reinhardt. Dude, your Reinhardt? No one, you have 30,000 healing because your Reinhardt is there a moment they don't take damage? I love how your Reinhardt stopped in place to get mad at the Cassidy, who didn't stand in front of their shield to take more damage. Okay. Kitsune? How many? Kitsune? This is a good Kitsune. They're out of position. This is a good Kitsune. Even if they use their Mauga ultimate, this is good. Okay, use it. Nice. Good usage, actually. That was great. That was great timing. I actually love that a lot because you actually got it in a good spot where it goes all the way through there. Huge cleanse. Big slam. Honestly, this might just be a good... I will say, your Reinhardt shatters have been really good. Have they been feeding a little bit? Yep. Have their shatters been top tier, though? Yep. Good job. Good job.
I'm on fire.
Wait for it. Real Gallant, thanks for the 10 months of the tier 1. Thank you, appreciate it. Thanks for 10 months.
How's your day going?
Pretty good. How about yours? So I understand your cleanse there, but like at a certain point, I want you to kind of worry about like at a certain point, your teammates just don't need that cleanse. So like you might need that cleanse. Okay, well you just use it now, but like you might have needed that cleanse if you didn't have the Kitsune follow up. Oh, watch out. Well, yeah, I mean, the Kiriko's had a heal bot because, like, your team just takes maximum amount of damage. Like, your team's like, is there a way to take damage? If not, I will find a way. Oh, I can see why they have 30,000 healing. What's impressive to me is that it's 30,000 healing.
I'm restored.
It's 30,000 healing in like a 20-minute game. This isn't like a 28-minute game. Nice job getting out there, too. Storm support, thanks for the 7 months of the Futures Press. Thank you, appreciate it. That's the impressive part to me. Then have to ultimate again? I know. Well, it's because you also run the Zenyatta comp with it too, right? So the Zenyatta's heals are basically as limited as they can be. Like, there's just like a default amount of healing you'll do with Zen. Like, it's just gonna, no matter what, like, you can't do anything. Although, I think, you know, one day, wouldn't it be fun if they took like the orb and found a way to like make it like Swiftmend in World of Warcraft, where you can like use like a burst heal on your Orb of Harmony on the trade-off that you can't use it for a few seconds or something. It's such a tough game to like give you like full commentary on too, because there hasn't been much opportunity for you to go even do damage. Like, I don't think you go into their backline as Kiriko and doing damage output would even change much for this. So
What's up? Ready to be on.
here we go. I'm ready. I would use your Kitsune. Don't claim.
Protecting.
You got to use your Kitsune like now. If anything, you should use it like 2 seconds prior. I don't think you'll be able to catch up on heals. Yeah. In that situation, you have to understand that like you can't catch up on heals at a certain point, so you need to like use that like 2 seconds sooner. I'm not saying that's like your fault or anything either. Like, it's not the make or break of that, but it certainly didn't help your team. I can't believe you're gonna have 30,000 healing with how much you've had to push this. You finished with 30,000 healing, and that's only as far as you pushed it. Well, the Rein's just min-max or maximizing the damage to get the ult soon. Yeah, if there's one thing that I'm sure supports love is when your tank manages to maximize how much damage they take at all times. Here we go. Huh, not bad. Can't do anything about that. The cleanse is what it is there. I'm not even worried about that. Your team is going to lose that, so yeah, try to get out if you can. But even then, like, oh, wow. I forget the range on Swift Step is so far. Honestly, I would have just reset there. That was actually impressive. I didn't think that would work. I feel like you've had to use cleanse, like, even when you don't want to, because your Rein just is like, dude, your Rein did not get the memo on positioning. Like, they were like, yeah, going into, you know, the Season 9 changes, you're going to have to be even more, like, adamant about good position. Your Rein's like, what? I'm going in! Where are my heels at? Where are my heels at? Gonna say he's probably complaining about heels. I don't think they mentioned that in the stuff, but I mean, I wouldn't doubt it either. The most aggressive Reinhardts also expect the most amount of heals when, like, it's actually impossible at a certain, like, you just can't with current Overwatch. Kitsune, you've got to be a little bit more adamant with this, or a little bit more aggressive with this. I think you waiting too long is actually not helping.
Let the Kitsune guide you.
See, like, that's the... Okay, so here's the confusing part about your Kitsune. Why are you deciding to use it then when your teammates get the Elim after? Big slam! Like, why are you waiting to use your Kitsune in that situation? Because think about it, like, you're using your Kitsune after a Bastion ultimate that gets a successful Elim. Like, you don't even need to use your ultimate at that point, right? So, like, if you're not going to use it on the first part, why use it right there after? The correct way would have been to use it before the Bastion ultimate. And then, like, everything else can be differently there. But instead, you use it after you get the Elim with the Bastion ultimate, so, yeah. Lepsy, thanks for the 6 months of the tier 1. Thank you. Appreciate it. He says it's true that the Kiriko is heal bot, and they have to heal bot. Like, if they stopped healing right now, that Reinhardt wouldn't even exist right now. The Reinhardt would just be back and spawn the whole game. Like, yes, like, doing damage as support can be very strong, but, like, you're not going to just force the damage here if you can't even, like, if your teammates are perpetually at 50% less HP. Like, you just get stuck in heal bot. There's nothing else you can do. Yeah, this doesn't even go into, keep in mind, this doesn't even go into overtime. Or, sorry, it doesn't even go into, like, another round in, like, a 5-4 game. This is a legit game. Like, this game straight up goes all the way to, what's it called? This game just goes to a 3-2 game. Or a 2-to-1 game if they full hold. I don't even know. He says heal bot is necessary sometimes for sure, but the value of Kiriko is angles and damage and utility for your team too. I'm gonna pause for a second here because I know what you're saying. And I'm not gonna disagree with the statement of like, yes, you want to get value with your damage and output, but like I want you to like look at this and tell me where you're gonna get that damage and output. Yes, you can go on those angles, but you're gonna get rolled. Like they're not just gonna fall over. And this map is one of the few maps that creating angles on Kiriko is even harder. So you have to like sit here and go into heal bot mode. Like you have to heal bot mode, and that's what they're doing. Like they have no other option. I'm sure they would love to be able to go do damage output, but like it's just you can't when there's just no timing. Like yeah, like right now go for damage, and that's what they do, right? No one's taking damage, they're going for it. They're not just spamming heals and Rein. See? So they go for the damage when they can, and you can't like yeah maybe take an off angle right side, but even then like you're gonna have to swift step back immediately. So. Big slam!
You have no excuses now.
I know you try to swift step that. You can see the cooldown, you just got unlucky. Moira hit a good shot on you too, and that just happens. I will say the Rein from like a charge in point of view is definitely feeding less. From a take damage point of view, absolutely not. From an overextend point of view, has improved a little bit on the second half here. I will say that. We're watching. Still waiting. Too early. Yeah, you were doing a good job of like using your cleanses when you needed to. Right there, you could tell like it. And keep in mind, I'm not saying you want to have to use cleanse Kitsune. You have to Kitsune this sooner. Your Kitsune helps with heals. It might even be too late. You're waiting too long. I know you like you need to almost be like in the mindset of like I get this and I use it because like that you just didn't catch up on heals. I'm not gonna say it's completely on you, but I think that you can be big slam again. I think you could definitely be more proactive with your ultimate there. Backing away. Dude, just come on, team. Just don't take damage for multiple seconds. No, the Rein took damage. Oh wait, Chad, if you're on this team, the best thing you can do for your supports is to just not keep taking cloak damage. Like it's okay to just play hide and seek for a couple seconds. Oh, nice swift step. I want you to Kitsune this the moment you get it. Okay, don't use it now. Don't use it now. Don't use it now. Don't use it now. Now use it. Now use it. So, if they didn't blade right away, I would have If they didn't blade right away, I would have told you not to use it, but that was the correct play. That was the correct play. I mean, in theory, your team should have this. Your Rein has Shatter, like, but they Emongg ultimate, uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Under my protection. Come here. I can heal you. Being aggressive is good. Running into their spawn to go for a shatter play when there's about 15-second window where they can still touch the point is not the play. And you're gonna need a Rein to be able to at least shield off some of the Mauga ultimate that's about to happen. And if they get that Mauga ult off, it's pretty much over for your team because you have no way to survive that. Definitely wasn't what you were hoping for. I'm sure that's the case. Yeah, that's the moment they mentioned Rein being too aggro, yes. That's on you. And I know you said you played too aggro to get with your Rein, but you need to get out of there ASAP. That's on you. I know that you tried swift stepping, but your reaction was too late. I've also kind of talked about the idea that sometimes, like, if your teammates decide they're going to go in and feed, there's a certain point where you need to just be like, okay, I can't help you that way. So, there's always that. Yeah, you had to use it there. That's tough. And then your Rein charges off the point, too. There's no win in there. Mauga died with ultimate? That's fair. And then guess what? I don't know how this is going to go, but based off of what I'm seeing, your team should lose this. I'm here.
Yeah, nice trying that. Yeah, that's a tough one. It's such an interesting game because, like, how often do you, like, see a Kiriko get 30,000 healing? And, like, how quick of a game that was? That was 19 minutes on the replay viewer.
But like if you minus like the downtime, that was like a more of like a 16-minute game. Like you just had like a 16, 17-minute game and you had 30,000 healing. You said too much healing is bad. Okay, so I'm gonna go back to this point again. Do you want to find damage output as a support? Yes. Do you force that damage output if your tank and your team is taking maximum amounts of damage? You get what I'm saying? If this Kiriko off-angled this game and played the way that you're told to play Kiriko, which can be fine in certain situations, this Reinhardt wouldn't exist and this game would be over. This game wouldn't even be at the point of this. It would already be over because your Reinhardt would have fallen over. Your Zenyatta didn't switch off Zen at any point, so they're going to stay on Zen. The amount of damage that this team was taking, this game would have been over even beforehand. This part happened. So I think in this situation, the Kiriko, the way they played, was actually really good. I think they had to play this way. And honestly, it came down to that one play by your Rein. Your Reinhardt charged into their spawn, made it really difficult, and that was it. I think you played okay, though. I think your cooldown usage a couple times was off, but like honestly, in games like this, I'm not gonna go over the top and like, oh, you should have done this, should have done that. Sometimes you have to heal for 30,000, and then in the end, your teammate charges in. So if you like this video, make sure to hit the like button, subscribe to all 3 YouTubes if you haven't. Leave a comment, all of that helps. If you want to submit your own spectating, look in the description below. That's my Discord. That's where you would do that. We also record these live on stream. If you look below the webcam, you can see the Twitch chat right there. We have a lot of fun, so stop by if you haven't. And with that being said, I hope you have an amazing day/night.